For many years now, Rogue Fitness has been resting on their laurels in the specialty bar category. I've called it out many times, but recently they came out with a new bar. We tested at the Arnold Classic, and today we're gonna unbox and give our first impressions on the bar you've all been waiting for. This one. Hey guys, this is COOP from Garage Gym Reviews, and we have an exciting one for you today. I've been wanting to test and review this one for some time. Sam has been wanting to assemble it for some time, and so today we are going to do those. Now, if you're into home gym reviews, and this one specifically, you'd like to see a full review, we plan on doing it in the future, so make sure you subscribe. If you'd like to see the full review, because I'm gonna give you some good first impressions, and I've used all the other bars this compares to, so I'll be able to give you a good idea today. But to go in more in depth, if you'd like to see that, let us know in the comments as well. But today, we have the MG-4 from Rogue Fitness. This is their multi-grip bar. They have many other versions. I've used all of them actually. I've used every single multi-grip bar they have. This one though is a cambered version of their MG-4. And we tested at the Arnold, the regular MG-4. I really liked it. It was unique. There's some things about it that I've already got opinions on, but I'm really excited to try the camber version, both because I think cambers are better. They're just more balanced for most people that are training in their home gym. And also, because there's a lot of competition in that space right now, especially from REP Fitness, Titan, and my personal favorite now, which is Kabuki. So we will just start by opening this. Wait, what am I doing? Assemble!
You called?
Okay, Sam.
What do we got?
We have the MG-4C. Sam has unboxed a lot of products. You can see. It's a special unit for a special guy. Okay. Ooh, okay, come here. So, they do this on their barbells. This one is built by Marty. I think it's cool to call out the people that are like actually building these things, because these are made in the US. I mean, they're real humans and like they're craftsmen, so that's awesome. Okay. Okay, is that assembly instructions? Oh, we don't need that. Ooh, yeah. You get the feel like, all right, this is literally just the chassis.
Yeah.
You know, like this is the frame of a car, and then all of the parts that make it go will be added onto it.
I'm surprised by these welds off first impression. They're a little,
yeah, on it.
like not quite as clean as.
There is definitely some splatter.
Got some bubbles, a little thick. Feel through here.
But, I mean, there's just a bit of splatter over here, but overall, I mean. Yeah, so they come with both long and short sleeves. The shorts are 9 inches, I believe, loading capacity. The longs are 15.5 inches, which is like a standard size. So you can load a lot of weight on there. We got the standard ones.
They don't
need
come,
extra weight.
They don't come with both.
That's a good point.
You have the choice of a 9-inch sleeve.
And they come, you have the
15.5-inch
option
sleeve.
for either stainless steel or the special patent pending coating. I chose the patent pending coating because I think it's the best cost option, and because we tested it on the Rogue Ohio Bar 2.0S, and like,
it's held up.
Dude, that thing is a beast. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's just as corrosion resistant in the garage gym setting as the stainless steel has been. So, all right. Oh, plus the wrench.
Plus the wrench.
These are sexy. I mean, that's the end of a bar. That's like a 1/4 of a barbell.
Yeah.
Dude, and they've got the end cap, but I gotta say, they're still producing these just for such a big company. For the one part, I'm gonna keep saying, like ringing this bell. Just make a better end cap. It ends up scratching every time you take it off. It's just like so bland.
Well, there's just no design element to it.
Yeah, all right. When we tested this at the Arnold Classic, I said, I think this is going to be a bar where you can take these off and then put these on a different chassis. Because that's what I was saying is like, this is the chassis, these are sleeves. A home gym owner could, maybe it was like hand tight nut. You could take this off and then you could put it on, say, an open-ended trap bar or a safety squat bar, something like that. I think that'd be really cool. I was told that is not the case. And once this is secured in here and screwed in here, like it's hard to get it out. The reason they do this is so they can decrease the shipping cost, which I think is a good idea. At the same time, it's like, it'd be nice for you to take it out. So you're trying to, you're trying to see how that goes in there?
Yeah, I think we got some.
Well, it's angled, so it'll eventually fit. See, it's a press fit. Lock
so
nut.
look, you can actually see the line right here where it's a little bit thinner and it widens out as it goes. So it's gonna lock itself in here due to the size of the hole, to the size of the bar expanding. And then the nut's just gonna lock it in place.
I was told you could get it out. You just have to take like a mallet, rubber-ended mallet, and you have to hit it hard.
Okay.
So
not an easy change.
I mean, it's a pretty much a semi-permanent solution. These are designed to use a tool. Like these are not like a hand-tied nut. Like Rogue makes those hand-tied nuts with the knurl on the end. That's what I thought would be cool, but I understand, like for safety purposes, they really don't want these bar ends falling off, so.
Well, and just customer review wise, you don't want to, every time you go to use your bar, have to tighten these down again.
Yeah, that's true, that's true, that's true.
That is an adjustable Amazon basic dumbbell.
It's nice they sent a tool because most people will not have the size of tool needed to screw a bolt this big, so you don't have to go to the hardware store. The other thing that's cool about this is this coating, like it matches the chassis. It just looks mean with this center section here. Okay, now we're gonna open the handles. Now, this railing system here, you could put handles in every section. The problem is, you actually couldn't because you wouldn't be able to hold it. You could put them every other. This bar could get very expensive. We got a pair just so we could feel the handles. They make both the straight ones and also the angled ones. These go in, these can only go straight. The angled ones can go this way. Personally, I don't love pressing with a straight, like Swiss bar, like a completely neutral handle. I prefer an angled handle that's more like a football bar, just feels more comfortable. But the knurling on this, you can see it's a volcano pattern, so the tops are chopped off, but it's very fine. It's not overly aggressive, very comfortable. For most people, this is a good option. That said, most people are just gonna be pressing with this, probably not doing a ton of pulling. I guess you could do bent over rows and things, but most people will be pressing, so any knurling is gonna be fine. Okay, so we have to select which ones we're going to go into. So once these are in here, you can take them out, but again, you're gonna have to use a tool to do it. So I probably would recommend buying multiple handles so you can use them at multiple times, but man, that's when it starts getting expensive. So it's upwards of $20 a handle. You can do 0 degree, which is straight, 16 degree, or 20 degree for like a massive angle, which means you could replicate just about any bar out there in the handle angle. Okay.
That's it.
There we have it.
My job's done.
Thank you, Assembly Sam. Okay, this thing looks freaking mean. All right, there's only one thing left to do. Just put it on the rack. Okay, we now have the bar in the rack. This is the G20, by the way, which we've just reviewed, so if you'd like to see that, subscribe because it's coming out. But it's not enough to unbox it, we have to use it. Now, the width of this is going to work in just about any rack because Rogue made it to work within their 49-inch width racks, or I guess it would be 43-inch on the inside depth. So it should work on just about every other rack that's out there. It is a little bit wide, but for most people, I think it should be fine. The thing that I see about this though, after using, the bar that I use, the multi-grip bar I use the most, is the Kabuki Cadillac bar. This thing is just wide. Like, it's like classic Rogue, it's just big over the top, which is cool, but we'll see how it feels. So let's load some weight on and we'll press with it. Now this bar, just like the Cadillac bar due to the camber, when you're not using it, it will likely flip over and you can smash your head. And this has a pretty deep camber, so just be careful when you're using it. They give you not only is this wide, but there's just so much gripping area They did that so they could do the cross section, the 20 degree and the 16 degree, but it's just like, there's no knurl marks on here, so lining up your hand can be a little bit annoying. It's also, I wish the handle was thicker. I don't know if it's 28 or 28.5, but it feels pretty thin. I would have loved a thicker diameter, like a 29 millimeter. It just feels better for pressing, especially because it's primarily made for pressing. Why not make the handle thicker? It feels comfortable, more comfortable. Okay, so we'll feel how balanced it is coming out of the rack. So there's definitely some, I'm doing that on purpose, by the way, but just feeling the shaking. There's more shaking than I feel on like the Cadillac bar, and I think part of it is because it's so wide. The camber does allow, because the weight is below the center of gravity where your hands are, so it shouldn't shake as much as they're completely flat, the MG-4. The camber should help with that, but still, because it's so wide, it does feel a little bit less stable, which people complain about, but then again, like, people add kettlebells and bands to things all the time to create instability. So. I like this grip portion, and that is a huge benefit. You can pick your angles, but I would almost guarantee that people are going to choose the angles that most correspond to the most popular angles, which are the ones that are already permanently put in bars, because they're not going to want to change these. So yeah, it's cool that these are removable, but I know home gym owners, because I know myself, and once it's there and you find the way you like it, you're probably not going to move them. Like, it's no way is there, every workout you're going to go out there and like, all right, I'm going to move these over here. Once they're there, they're there. So the modularity is cool. I just don't know how useful it is. First impressions, it's wide. Like this is, it's very wide, like this body, because not only is it's the grip area, which is increased in length because they wanted to make sure they could have the handle in here, yet still bolt. And they got to have enough area so they could thread it, obviously. But it's also wide because of the width of the frame. So like the Kabuki Cadillac, it's flat iron. This is tubing. So you got a 1x1 here on the corners, which is like a squat rack, but it's just a lot of heft. So deep camber, it's nice that you can adjust the angles. The handles, obviously it's a Rogue bar, so like the fit and finish is gonna be nice. The knurling is gonna be nice. Like world-class Rogue just has amazing knurling, feels great. But it's a 28mm handle, like Rogue. Press bars should be, like, there's a reason that people with bench press bars or squat bars, the diameter's thicker, it feels better in hand. I don't know why you'd make a 28mm handle. Like, why not make it 30mm or even thicker? Like, just gonna feel better in hand. 32 would have been awesome. I mean, you could do it, but it's so wide. I wonder if my head could fit through here. That'd be a unique press. Nope, can't do that. It's so wide, you gotta have your grip so far out in front while balancing it. It's just not super practical for overhead press, which therefore limits you. Now you could use it for seal rows, bench supported rows, but honestly, again, I think you could use it for this fine, but because it's such a wide, you're gonna be hitting your shins every time you do a bent pullover. All right, now there is an alternative to this bar from Rogue, and that is the same chassis, it's just flat instead of cambered. And that's the one that we tested at the Arnold, which I was super excited to try. Had pretty similar feelings there because the shape, the difference is that one's flat, this one's cambered. So this one's just bigger in general. Personally, for most people, I'd prefer a camber, not because of just the stretch that you get, but the real benefit behind the camber is it decreases the instability so you can focus on the lift. Now, any bar that you've used that's a football bar that doesn't have a camber, you can recognize that there's just like that instability that comes. But putting the load below the hand allows it to be more balanced. That's why I like the camber. So for most people, because the price is the same, I would recommend the camber. I don't see much of a reason to get the flat one. I can't even think of that many reasons to use it, because you'd use this on the seal row because you get more depth with it anyway. So I think for most people, the camber is definitely the better option. All right, before I give my entire opinion on this. I'm not crazy impressed with it, to be honest, in comparison to the price. Like, the quality is cool. Like, the quality is great. The features are cool, like the fit and finish. It's Rogue, you know it's gonna be good. But man, after using the Cadillac bar, after using the T-grip bar, after using the Reps Direct bar, after using the Arch Nemesis bar, after using the REP Cambered bar, after using the Titan Cambered bar, this one feels most similar to the Titan Cambered bar in the feel, which is the cheapest bar out of all those. But before I write it off, I'm gonna train with it for a few weeks, and then we'll give you our full review. All right, what do you think of the bar? Which bars out there do you want to see it compared to? Let us know in the comments. This is Coop from Garage Gym Reviews. See you next time. Peace.